this is YL with Blockchain Academics. What we're going to do today is review Tezos. We're going to go into the current price and we're going to give a future prediction for Tezos. So make sure to subscribe, like, and comment. If you have any questions or if you want us to go over any other coin or price, let us know below and we'll do so. So before we go into it, this isn't financial advice. If you're interested in Tezos, do your research, do your due diligence, and after, if you're happy to move forward, then you can start investing into Tezos, and we'll show you where you can buy Tezos as well. So let's get right into this. Tezos is an open source platform for assets and applications backed by a global community of validators, which they call bakers, researchers, and builders. Let's get started. Tezos, why I really like this project, and I just started looking into it. I'm not invested in Tezos, by the way. The price kind of just exploded, and I don't chase. I'll wait for the retrace. So this is a self-amending project. Unlike Bitcoin, where you have those forks, you saw Bitcoin go into Bitcoin Cash, Cash go into SV. This really splits up the community. It splits up the interest and the actual, goal of the project. When you have 3 different coins, 4 or 5 different coins, and they're all trying to do something else, and you have the community getting split up into pieces, trying to follow this coin or the leader of the coin, and their beliefs, when it just should be there. Everybody should be working towards the success of the one coin, for instance. So Tezos is self-amending, which allows it to upgrade without having a fork, and this is amazing. I'm not sure if any other coin is self-amending and allows people to vote. So you have the on-chain governance, which allows stakeholders to vote on anything with the coin, anything that's happening in the future, and it allows it to be fair. And I'm not sure if any other coin is self-amending, and if you know of a coin that's self-amending, post it below because I'm curious and I'd like to look into that. So that's a huge plus as well. Tezos is like a hybrid between Dash and Ethereum, because Tezos also offers smart contracts, and these smart contracts are written in their own language, and we're going to go into that. So I think that this is basically competing with Ethereum. You have EOS, you have Neo, you have Universa, you have all these coins that are offering smart contracts or faster transactions, but you just want to see how they're different. Like Ethereum already has a huge advantage over all these other coins that are offering the same thing. They have a large team, they have Vitalik behind them, so it'll be great to see how these guys can compete with that. It's also a proof of stake coin, so participants or nodes, they will get paid out for basically holding the coin and being active, and they'll benefit the chain, the Tezos blockchain. In doing so, like I said, you get paid out in Tezos. So it says, unlike other POS protocols, any stakeholder can participate in the consensus process in Tezos and be rewarded by the protocol itself for contributing to security and stability of the network. Additionally, POS, proof of stake, is less costly than other consensus mechanisms and lowers the barrier to entry for involvement. So usually you just have to throw it in a wallet. I'm not sure what is the official wallet, which would be down somewhere in here, but I usually like to throw it in ledgers or Trezors, like a hardware wallet, so I'm secure. The white paper's here as well, which you guys can access and read. I'm not going to go over it. It would just bore you, but it has all the specifics of the project. What I wanted to share as well is you can become a baker. So baking is the act of signing and publishing blocks of the Tezos blockchain. Bakers are a crucial component of the proof of stake consensus mechanism by ensuring that all transactions in a block are correct, that the order of the transaction is agreed upon, and no double spending has occurred, which is that's normal. Like any validator, you're just validating the block, you're adding it to the chain, hence blockchain. Every block adds to the chain, and it's verified, it's approved, and you get paid out by doing so, and you'll get paid out in Tezos. So you can join the Tezos basing stack to become a baker and to start validating transactions and ultimately earn rewards. Pretty simple on what it does, what it's what it's trying to build. It's an open source platform. We're going to go into the development side of the portal. Like I was saying, they have their own code. It's called Mitchellson, and that's how you can program these smart contracts. And I was thinking, at first people are going to have to learn how to program Mitchellson, or to how to start not typing, but learn the language. It's a better way to say it. Learn the language Mitchellson to start coding smart contracts. But now they have made it so you can write it in any of these languages, JavaScript, Python, and then it'll automatically, it will convert it into Mitchellson so it's ready to go. So for example, if we go to Python, we click SmartPy. SmartPy and SmartPy.io are the initiative and effective smart contract language and platform for Tezos. So you don't need to learn Mitchellson. I mean, it is probably definitely a bonus, but you can use all these websites that will convert it right for you. So at first they had a $10 billion or 10 billion coin supply kind of hard cap, but they don't have a limited hard cap. I think that was just on the white paper just to put up a figure. As you can see right now, there's 700 million Tezos that are circulating compared to the 109 Ethereum that there was. There's 18 million Ethereum that gets generated every year. I couldn't find a figure for Tezos, and we're going to go into that and we're going to go why that is important, because that plays with pricing, obviously. So right now it's 1.9 billion market cap. It's ranked 10 out of the all cryptocurrencies, which is pretty good. You have a 220 million per 24 hours, so per day, that's how much volume, about 25,000 Bitcoin, and a circulating supply of 701 million. So this is important to look at pricing and to go into a future price. We're going to look at blocktivity as well. This is interesting. This is what I'd like to just curious and to take a look at this. So let's discover other faces of blockchain. This is giving you the #1 blockchain in terms of activity. You have EOS here, XLM, IOST, Tron, Steam. Steam was first for a little while, for a long time actually, and then it shows you all of this stuff. But I'm not sure. XTZ is not. I'm not sure if it's not transacted or not on their mainnet or why not, but it's not even on the list. So I'm going to look at market pairs. This is where you can go to see where you can buy XTZ. And if you're on any major exchange, you could definitely start buying it. Binance, OKX, Coinbase Pro, Bitfinex, Kraken. I don't recommend Bitfinex. But all the major exchanges you can buy Tezos on. So I want to get into the price. I did like a quick explanation of Tezos. We're going to now go into the price of Tezos. So doing so, and I'll post the white paper for you guys so you guys can look into it. And it's Tezos, a self-amending crypto ledger. And I think they're really emphasizing on the self-amending, which I think that's huge, honestly. So with Tezos, the price topped out almost around $4. This is one of these indicators, built-in indicators, custom indicator. As you can see, it'll tell you when to buy and sell. You got a long here, short here. Still testing it, so I'm just going to exit out of that. Let's look at current price. So Bitcoin is taking a dump right now as we speak. While this price is in price discovery mode, you don't really know how far it's going to go, or you don't know how far this will retrace down. So we're going to give it like very obvious areas of support. So as you can see here, this was an area of resistance which turned support. Let's see if we can. Okay. We actually had no support there. No support here. Maybe on a smaller candle. On the 4 hour, no, we didn't. Okay, so this would be like an amazing place to buy, and we're gonna put up some more. You don't really see anything on the daily, so we need to break this down into smaller time frames just to see where we have some areas of like support, resistance, a lot of supply and demand, for instance. So right here, you can see how this was used as a resistance and then it used as support. So if this came down here, this is a tested support and would be a great buy. As you can see, we have the golden cross here on the 50 and 200 day, and you got after the golden cross, it kind of broke down and then used this and tapped. So this would have been an amazing buy. Let's look on the day. You have the golden cross here as well. So right now it is with the moving averages, this is trending up. Like this is still an unless it breaks down below here, the market structure would have been broken, but Bitcoin's dumping, so I can see it coming down to 240, 250, and testing this 200-day. So this could be another areas here, resistance, resistance. You see the small wick was tested and then it jumped up as well. And basically just all these areas. So here is a perfect one. As you can see, resistance, resistance, support, support, and now it might be looking like it's going to use this as support. There's a lot of sell pressure coming down. We're just taking a look at this. A lot of sell pressure here, and you can see support right here. So these would be levels of buying. I would never buy the top. And if you're looking at the 1 day, you can see that this started to, try and thrust up. The bears started pushing in. You don't know how far these coins will drop because we don't have history. We don't have history of previous price or support levels, supply and demand areas. We don't have that. It's literally in price discovery mode. This could keep shooting up. But there's two ways to kind of look at where price can go. So if we're gonna, let's say, use these as buying areas, you might start averaging your buys. So maybe 10% here, 10% here, 50% here, and then the rest here, for example, or like 10, 10, 30, and then the last area where you'll basically use all your funds allocated for this one trade, not go all in, but whatever is allocated for this one trade. And you just average your buys because you wouldn't just go all in here. Because you just don't know how far this can dump down, or whale can push this down, somebody who's profited a ton from this. Because if we're looking at the low here, that's about 1100%. The start of the year was January, right here, about 220% at the top. And you had people buy here, as you can see, the wicks all the way up here. So you had buyers up here, and they're kind of hanging with a pretty horrible position unless they're willing to hold for the next little while. So if we're going to look at just like a price point right now, depends on where you want to put the Fibonacci. This never really retraced, so we could put literally the fib. We could put the fib from, let's get the Fibonacci tool. We could put it from here. This is where I'd like to put it. And depending on where we reverse, if this holds, so this can literally come all the way down to here and then reverse. I should have kept the lines on because we could have seen perfectly. So this was one of our lines right here, the $2 mark, 78.6 reversal. And once it reverses here, you look for some maybe candlestick verification on a variation of a bullish candlestick for this to start moving up. Maybe it reverses at the 61.8 mark. We're not sure where it is going to reverse, but these, you can use these as next take profit areas, and they'll end up as natural resistances. I'm going to leave these lines here because I'm curious when this price does move up for how this is going to react up here. And these are price points you could start taking profits in unless you're trying to hold all the way to the top. So this is how I am going to do the price prediction, and this is how I'm going to end the video. Let's go check out Ethereum USD. So Ethereum USD will go to the top. Ethereum USD is $1,400. Let me make sure that's right. Let's go somewhere else. Let's go to Bitstamp. 1,400. Let's use $1,400. So let's take out a calculator. I'll put this on the other screen for now. Let's go back to CoinMarketCap. So 700 million, and Ethereum was 109 million. And we know that there's 18 million Ethereum produced every year. So its all-time high was almost 2 years ago. Let's just give it the benefit of the doubt. So let's go 109 million. minus 18 million, because that's how much Ethereum has been produced, at 91 million. 91 million coins. So we're gonna take the total of Tezos, which is about 700 million. So we're gonna go 700 million divided by 91 million gives us 7.69. Now we're gonna take the all-time high. Well, it's not 1.4 million. We're gonna take the all-time high and divide that. Come on, what's happening? What was it, 7.6? 7.6. So 1,400 divided by 7.69, $182. That is if Ethereum or the market moves back to its all-time highs. I can place this coin at $182 if there's nothing that, goes horribly wrong with Tezos. $182, and you're not taking into consideration if Ethereum breaks through or breaks over its all-time high, and XTZ and all the other coins keep pushing as well. So if we're gonna look at that right here, XTZ USD, XTZ USD, Kraken. Actually, there isn't. I was gonna say there is past data. So this is like looking like one of the old Bitcoin charts now. When you just zoom out, $180. And from $4, let's just take it. No, we need this to come down a little bit. It's like right there. Let's just put it right there. 5,800%. You'll get it times 58 if this price prediction hits. Like I said, not financial advice. This is a possible price prediction on where Tezos can hit. Thank you for watching the video. If you want us to review any other coin, look into any other coin price, let us know. Make sure to subscribe. Thanks for your time. I'll see you tomorrow.